Welcome to a very sad episode of SempreInter TV, guys. Bringing you the match review from our 1-1 draw against PSV Eindhoven at home. The match finished about an hour ago here, so this is quite fresh for me. Still hurts, but I'm here for you guys. I want to hear your thoughts, so please comment below after the video. I'm really interested to see who you guys think was the cause of the loss, who was your favourite player, and what do you think about moving forward. So let's get straight into it. As you know, guys, it's December, which means this is Inter meltdown season. We are in the middle of Inter breakdown season, as happens every year. And this is not just any breakdown like other teams might have. Inter have a full, massive meltdown, the type that Britney Spears had in 2001 when she shaved off her head. That kind of meltdown. And it seems like it's no different this year. When it comes to crunch time around December, January, we just crumble. And it's official, guys. We're bigger chokers than Tottenham Hotspurs, and that's no easy feat. But we managed to do it, so shout out to the boys. But all jokes aside, we're out of the Champions League. But let's think back to September when the groups were announced. Did we think we were actually going to progress past Barcelona and Tottenham Hotspurs? Most of us didn't think so. So I'm actually quite proud of the team, how far they got and how close they got to actually getting to past the stage. Barcelona were overwhelming favourites, of course, and then Spurs, they've been in the Champions League for many years now. They're in and around the top of the Premier League for many years now. Of course, they're known for choking, and they almost did today as well. But in the end, they managed to pull through. I think the most disappointing thing about today was just the performance from the team. Completely lacking in composure, players running around like headless chickens. We didn't take control of the match as a big team should. PSV have 1 point, or before us they only had 1 point in the whole of the group stage. We went to their stadium and beat them. So there was no reason why we shouldn't be able to beat them or struggle so badly against them. In the first half we went down pretty early on, thanks to a Quadro mistake. And then after that, the team just seemed to rush everything. Brozovic and Borja Valero weren't able to take control of the match as they should. As two experienced, high-quality technical players as those two should be able to control and dictate the tempo. But they weren't. Individual mistakes, of course, from Quadro cost us the match. And here we are, guys. Now, no more Champions League. Back into the Europa League knockout stages. Let's dive into some of the player ratings given out by SempreInter as always. Of course, the worst rating was given to Quadro 4.5, thoroughly deserved. Azabob was bought for his big match experience from Juventus, and he just didn't show that today. Actually, he put on a masterclass in his best Davide Santon impression. At some points I thought, wow, the next Maldini is back at the club. It was crazy. I wasn't expecting this from Azamoah. I'm sure he will be disappointed in himself. He was even brought off in the second half. As I mentioned earlier, another disappointing performance was from Brozovic, who wasn't able to dictate the tempo as he should have, and he was rushing decisions. Borja Valero next to him also disappointed in him, but he played for the whole 90 minutes, which is very rare of Borja Valero to last the whole 90 minutes. So I guess we just didn't have many alternatives at the moment in centre midfield. There were some positive notes, however. Matteo Politano once again showing that he is the best winger at this club now. Came from a smaller team like Sassuolo, which usually players struggle to adapt at the San Siro, but he has not struggled to adapt. He has taken on the role, and he has become our main creative outlet in most matches now. And of course, he created the assist for Icardi with a lovely left foot of his. Mauro Icardi, another positive note from the match, led like a captain, il capitano, led from the front, played with his back to goal, laid off a few chances for his teammates who weren't up to his level today. And he has shown that he deserves to be at these kind of levels. He has been hungry to play in the Champions League, and he has shown that he deserves to be around these players and these big stages. Ivan Perisic, of course, started again. Clearly he has a sex tape or something on Spalletti that we don't know about. Was very unlucky actually not to score, hit the post in the first half and had a few chances he created from crosses. And then in the end he actually ended up playing a left back, which I think a lot of people think should be his position now, as his defensive qualities seem to be better than his offensive qualities. So once again he didn't show up. He used to be our big match player. He just wasn't quite up to scratch once again, as he hasn't been all season. Antonio Candreva, a surprise inclusion into the match, actually didn't play too badly once again. In a new role for him as a centre mid, made some decent passes and a great cross for Perisic, which I don't know why the guy didn't slide for it, but you know, I'm not a professional. Skriniar and De Vrij, not much I can fault them for. They deserve their rating. Skriniar once again showing his leadership qualities, leading from the back. One-on-one, that guy, unbeatable. The substitutes didn't really get to make much of an impact. Keita Balde, as we discussed previously, doesn't seem to be suited to being a super sub. He doesn't seem to bring on the right energy or motivation when he comes on as a sub. He's more effective when he's out on the wing rather than in the middle, when we were, launching Sam Allardyce type balls into the middle of the box, but it wasn't working. He's not really an aerial threat. There's a substitute, Lautaro Martinez, showed his naivety and his over-eagerness at times, gave away a lot of fouls, and he had the golden opportunity at the end, which probably should have tucked away. He knows that he was really disappointed in himself, but this is how you learn, and this hopefully will be something Lautaro can take forward and improve. I know Luciano Spalletti will take much of the criticism, but I don't think he should take it. I think it should be the players. As always, over these last few years, they've shown that they crumble at the big stages. It's not Spalletti's fault. He has done a great job of bringing us back into the Champions League with very limited resources. He's doing great, in my opinion. He's bringing back more, as shown last week against Juventus. He's bringing back a big team mentality slowly, but it's a gradual process. We've been out of the Champions League for 6 years. We can't be expecting to, get to the quarterfinals and semi-finals straight away. It's a gradual process. Spalletti's not been brought in to win trophies. He's been brought in to stabilise the club. I believe he'll still be here next season to complete his 3-year contract, and then after that we can start to look for maybe a coach that can bring in trophies. So overall, guys, as you know, very disappointed. I saw Wanda, Cardi's wife, was crying after the match, and I was close to crying. I feel you, sis. But it wasn't to be, guys. Now we're in the Europa League. I believe we should be taking it seriously. Let me know in the comments below, guys. Who do you think was at fault for this match? Was it Spalletti or the players? Was it Samoa? He was a free transfer, but has he costed us the 15 million that we would get for advancing in the stage? Should we take the Europa League seriously? As always, like and subscribe, guys. Thank you for watching. Your support is very much appreciated. Expect a lot more content from us soon, guys. And as always, even on days like this, Forza Inter.